Hello everyone, and welcome to Mountain Pass. This is my T95, and we're gonna have some fun today. Just a little bit of warning, there are two spots toward the end of the video that, there's like a slight jump cut. I mean, you'll see there's no just no change in action. It's just, I was messing up the party system. I was here a while, and I don't want to show that in the video, so I come out. So, just a fair bit of warning. But yeah, T95. If this thing, you always gotta know ahead of time where you're gonna go, and I don't want to go down the valley in this thing. I mean, it's slow, and you never want to give people easy targets to top your T95. That's where your armor is the weakest. And my original plan was I wasn't going to go left. And the reason why is because I didn't want to go to the bridge. Because the bridge, it's... I didn't want to get... this thing doesn't have the best gun depression. Especially, like that much. Like, aim over the edge and people down in the valley. And I don't want to get shot in the side. Well, I didn't think that I could just stay back by the rock where those two heavies are sitting, and I would have been fine. So I started going left, and I keep looking at the map, and I keep thinking, it's like, should I go back to the bridge? Should I go back to the bridge? And I see like 3 there. I'm like, yeah, I better go back. I just had that tingling feeling in the back of my mind saying I'll be better off going to the bridge, because there's the time I get to the left side, the battle is over with, or, And I think that Grandpa Borsig was saying the same thing. He's like, yeah, you better get your ass over to that bridge and help them out. And I'm glad I did, because the one E75 was almost dead. The other E75 was on, 3/4 health. So, we basically just lost half our health from the E75s that working together. So I'm like, okay, better get my ass over there and help them. Which turned out to be the right decision in the end. So now one guy's getting the hell out of there. Well, and I don't know why. He was the one, I think he was the guy who was on higher health, I do believe. But, I don't know why. He saw all those tanks behind. He's like, oh shit, I better get over there. He saw me coming. He's like, okay, we'll be fine. And that guy's on like 10% health now. And it's at this point that the enemy team would probably start pushing the bridge. And then they see me. And you see me, and you see like, oh, we're there on pushing, like, oh shit! And they just don't start backing up. I'm like, so yeah, I purposely positioned myself in front of D95 to protect his armor. So, yeah, if I give him the lower glacis, feel that makes you feel bad about yourself. Yep, you can just sit there. I figure, well, I got an easy shot on the Tiger too. Hit him. I'm probably sure I'm on the E75, but... And I don't know what that E75 is doing that's on my team, because he could have got behind me and used me as cover. And the only thing he had to show was strong turret. But yet, he decided to go out, and he's actually in a pretty weak position. I don't know how many times I've got shot there. And... He's not stock either. I think he's fully upgraded. Or he might have Tiger 2's gun, but his turret's fully upgraded. Which is one of the last upgrades you get in this thing. But hey, if it works. And I know it's a dodgy shot, but what else are we gonna shoot at? I mean, really? No. Okay. Come on. Yes, give me a cyber turret. Oh! This thing has an average damage of 750 per shot, and so it was a very low damage rock. Could have killed him. But that cost A95 his life. And I don't know why he was trying to push up. Like, he could have got behind me and took shots, used me, act as a sniper, because I mean, I wasn't planning on pushing the bridge. I mean, I was like, just kill these guys first, and then, you know. But then I see that super bridge is going to go over there, so I'm actually going to do what I was just kind of scared from the first place, and that's push the bridge. But everybody, all the other enemy tanks went around the hill by now, so I don't really have much to fear about pushing. Yeah. What was he gonna do? Could have done something else. And, you know, put his tank in front of my gun. So yeah. You know, at this point, should I whip back and defend the flag? That's up for debate. Super Pershing didn't really need my help, but I don't think he minded that I came along. Like, yeah, thank you. I'm like, no problem, man. And he's heading back to the base, and like, you know what? I'm like, damn it, I gotta turn around. I'm like, fine. I'll go. This thing is the slowest tank in the game. Like, this thing. I'm like, shit. This is the second time I had to turn around. So yeah. And once again, should I whip back to the base before? Probably. Would I got there any quicker? No, because you know, he's still gonna beat me there. He still would have beaten me there. And the fact that I killed the T-32 helped him get there on more health. So no harm done in the end. As they always say, you cannot expect this guy to go back and reset the cap because it's just too slow. Well, he's lost 2 of our tanks. The only thing left now is our freedom, our artillery. Artillery's dead. He's out in the middle of the open. Alright. So, we lost their freedom. He killed somebody else. And they're about to win by capping.
Enemy armor is destroyed.
And they leave the cap. Why'd you leave the cap? I mean, they had the superior numbers. But you guys were winning. And, yeah, T-30 just... And because of that patent left to cap, you know, now, you know, I'm not gonna start killing these guys. I mean, and that's fine. When he left the cap, the T-30 was on 2/3 health. He's dead now, but he was on 2/3 health. The T95 was on full health. And the patent, as you see later, was only on like 1/3 or some health. So it's like, you know, they couldn't kill me. But in order to kill this thing, you have to get around to its side and rear, and they weren't doing that, so... And I appreciate the fact that the E-75 is trying to side scrape, and sure, if I was looking at his side, I'd bounce his shots, but then I realized, wait a minute, the E-75 was in their weak spot. And his moving just saved his life for a little bit more, you know. Not that it matters because he keeps bouncing off the top of my tank, and like, I mean, this thing has a 50-second reload time. I mean, you're better off moving up, taking one shot from me, and then getting behind me. Which now he's like, oh yeah, I probably should get behind him. I figure, well, I'll get one more shot off, and he's gonna kill me because once he gets behind me, I'm pretty much screwed. Yep, Blur Glacius hitting the engine shot, slowed him down a little bit. And yeah, come on, bear tracks. And the fact that I was right next to that wall saved my ass so much. And I'm trying to I'm trying to turn him, but he's, you know, 100 horsepower engine. You know, Yeah, it makes it kind of tough for me to get, you know, makes it really tough for me to turn. And I thought he was gonna have me like shit, and then I managed to shake him loose, and yeah, once that happened, he had me. I mean, or I had him. So there's just a pattern left, and and then this time, at first I thought, okay, he's gonna leave the capital, he's gonna help out T95, which would have been the smart thing to do. Or maybe not, because, if he's on low health, then I could have killed him. But he went all the way back to the base. He's going to go into the bridge. Which would have worked if he told the E75 to stay back and hide behind a rock or something. Like, hide behind a rock on the right and play peekaboo with me and stay back until you got there, and then you could test me, two people at a time. He didn't do that. I mean, E75 just took me on, and there's just no way. You do not play peekaboo with a T95. It just doesn't work. And he bounced, and I'm like, yes! He bounced! Because if he tracked me, he would have had me, but yeah. Once, he started running, he wasn't angling, he wasn't trying to, he just went straight ahead and shoot me aside, and that's what cost him his life. 2200 base experience, got a mastery badge, steel wall, top gun, 7 kills, or 8,000 damage. I also want to say that even though I did really good, it wasn't my skill level that won me the game. It was the fact that the enemy team just didn't play very well. So I won't say, oh, I was an excellent T95 player. No, I made some good decisions, but at the same time, the enemy team made some bad ones. So I guess I was just fortunate enough that the enemy team didn't know the hell what they were doing. So that allowed me to get the good result that you're seeing today. So anyway, see you guys next time.